Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Self-Sustained Challenge with me, Sepo, where I aim to take Molotov here from level 1 to 70 while following the following rules. Rule number 1. Gear rewards from quests cannot be used, only sold. Rule number 2. Gear we use must come from fallen enemies or be crafted by ourselves. Rule number 3. The dungeon finder is not allowed to be used, excluding only once to finish Exile's Reach, should you choose to start there. Rule number 4. Getting gear from dungeon bosses is allowed, but you will have to get a group together and into the dungeon the old school way or solo it. And finally, rule number 5. Gear from vendors are allowed, with the exception of the one selling gear from Exile's Reach. And with that out of the way, we pick up where we last left off at Nordrassil, as we head out to take down the Twilight's hammer at their own stronghold. But before getting there, we take down Tartuk, and then proceed to struggle with Blazewing, dying once to this extra spicy chicken before taking him down. We also check out that chest we found the Ring of Cursed Fate in last time, this time finding some nice shoulder pads that serve as a nice little upgrade to our gear, which has slowly started to underperform as the levels have been piling on. Speaking of levels, we also hit level 48 and grab the improved Frost Nova talent before heading out to deal with the Twilight's hammer. We soon arrive in Dark Whisper Pass, where we meet up with Elementalist Ortel, who will be our contact during our mission here. We will be going undercover as a born-anew cultist to infiltrate the Twilight's hammer, with the goal to rescue Jarid Shadowsong, as he is the only mortal all the wild gods we've been helping throughout Hyjal will take orders from. Starting out, we need to forge some paperwork, as the cult apparently keeps physical records about all of their recruits. It's easy enough though, as we just go and grab the first person we see with a pronounced tentacle kink, lead him away from the rest of the tentacle enjoyers, then hornybunk him so hard he dies. Having kink-shamed a man to death today, we steal his membership card to the Tentacle Enjoyers fan club and hand it over to Ortel for editing. Club membership in hand, it's time for me to introduce myself to the instructors, as Molotov Damas, the young and hopeful follower of the Twilight's hammer. Wasting no time, I am sent on my first of many trials, having to kill 8 fire elementals and gather 5 flame blossoms, as well as saving the lives of 4 immolated supplicants.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time.
Having completed my trials, I am sent on to the bootcamp proper, where I hit level 49 and finally grab the Conflagration talent. The instructors then give me my second batch of tasks, which entails breaking up lodestone in the nearby area to build muscle, as well as feeding a corehound pup. A cleverly disguised Ortel also asks us to gather intel without the ogre guard seeing, so we will have to be sneaky about it. Having gathered intelligence, fed the pupper, and hardened our body through hard labor, we go about turning in the quests as well as picking up new ones, including this one quest where, as soon as I accept it, a very angry fire elemental spawns and starts chasing me around the camp. the goal being to avoid bodily combustion. Having succeeded in not getting flambéed, Ortel asks me to carry out a political assassination, but not before I'm given a magic 8-ball that in a weird twist of fate is asking me the questions, which I then have to answer. The fire popper needs a new color, so I'm sent out to take out a nasty basilisk whose spiky hide will make for a perfect fashion accessory. Having finished up my cultist tasks, it is finally time to do the deed. We need to assassinate High Cultist Asinius, who is meeting with Kargun, who leads the Twilight Hammer Ogres. This should create a divide in the faction, as the ogres see themselves as superior to the cultists, given that the cult's leader is the ogre Cho'Gall. We don our ogre disguise and get Kargun to leave the room, leaving us alone with our target.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it.
The High Cultist dealt with, we return to the bootcamp, hitting level 50, grabbing the Temporal Velocity talent, working our way down to Dragon's Breath. Our instructors also have new tasks for us, where one wants us to go and kill 5 failed supplicants, the other wants us to go and enter Fire Popper into a cockfight. Being a long-time Pokemon enthusiast, I go and have Fire Popper fight Gromko's Raptor. Being a sore loser, however, Gromko soon turns this entire thing into a fist fight, which we win handedly. Killing the failed supplicants, however, proves the more difficult task. As my fire magic have a tendency to spread, I soon end up fighting 6 of them at once, something my now under-geared squishy mage body can't really handle. Attempt number 2 is much more careful, resulting in slowly taking the supplicants one by one, until my magic once more spreads and I face 4 of them at once, something I managed to pull off surprisingly. Returning to bootcamp once more, I am sent to deal with the remnants of the demons who used to call this place home, before the cult kicked them out. I'm to kill 10 Horror Guard and slay their leader, Garnoth, Fiat of the Legion. To fight the Pit Lord leading these demons, I am given an item that will give me the power of a Flame Ascended for a short time, fitting given our choice of magic. Garnoth is not the most exciting fight, as it is just him and I standing there slapping each other until eventually he falls over dead. He doesn't even explode upon death like Manarov and other Pit Lords usually do. What a big letdown. What comes next may shock you, and say it with me now, we return to bootcamp and hit level 51, where I take the mandatory Pyromaniac talent. Ortel, however, has some spicy intel for us, as I am now the top student of my class, and graduation day is soon upon us, where the most prestigious student at bootcamp will be giving a speech for the entire class before Shadowsong is sacrificed. However, I am only second best, as the elitist ogres have their top student all set up to give the speech, and we can't have that now, can we? So I will have to go and assassinate my rival, securing my spot as the speaker on graduation day. Assassinating him proves really easy, as the guy just walks around alone outside the ogre camp without anyone to back him up. So we quickly snuff him out and return to boot camp, where we get the good news that we will be giving the speech at graduation day. Giving the speech is a small minigame where I have to choose the mood for my speech according to the mood of the crowd, getting it right 10 times. At the end of our speech, we incite the crowd, sending the supplicants into a frenzy, and aim them at the ogre gods. And in the confusion, Ortel then whisks Shadowsong away, telling us to meet them at the gates of Sothan.
Yes, my brethren, we are claiming this prisoner, the true son of Twilight. These ogre scum are not fit to offer him as sacrifice. They are not worthy of the old god's grace. Come on now, come on. Let's get you out of here. Meet us at the gates of Soka. Be ceremony.
And once there, all I have left to say is thank you so much for watching, leave a comment if you got something on your heart, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like or dislike if you didn't. And maybe subscribe, though I'm not your boss, so only if you really want to. And with that said, see ya!